Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for hanging out with us. Another Friday with the Sexy Geeks. That's right, every Friday here at 4 p.m. you get to geek out on Geeks Are Sexy. I'm your host, Michelle Roxy Davis, and I have here the owner of the Mirror Salon, Tamara Ferrigno, in the house. How you doing, girl?
Awesome.
Nice nails.
Thank you.
That's like a Concord grape.
It is.
That's my favorite color.
Matte has been one of the latest colors,
Yes,
too.
I was going to say that's matte.
I know.
Fancy.
Makes it entertaining.
It does. You're always looking so great, I have to say. But you know, the owner of a salon, I would think so.
You know, if I didn't, everybody would wonder where I really came from.
Yeah. They'd be like, what's going on? I can see her roots.
Right. I got to represent the salon.
But what we're here to talk about is all about you and your life story. And before you even gave birth to the Mirror Salon, we're going to talk about how you came to find your niche and how you geek out on it every day, and it's your passion, and that is helping others and helping them with microneedling, permanent makeup, micro scalp pigmentation, the whole 9 yards. Go to MM Salon. You can go to MM Scalp or mmbrows.com. But let's talk about Tamara. All about Tamara. So I know, exciting. She's like, okay, I'm getting hot. Let's do this. Let's do this.
I can do it.
So you're family oriented. That's one thing I know about you. And you work so well with people. You love to help people all the time. You initially wanted to be a nurse when you were younger.
I actually was a nurse for quite a while.
Okay.
Yeah, and I loved it. It was great. But then when I became a single parent with my oldest one, I realized it wasn't very conducive for my lifestyle because I didn't have anybody to watch him. And family's more important than anything. And
you had to work long hours, and you wanted to be around your baby. How did your life change when you became a mom?
Wow.
You know, here you're working, you're getting your career going, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, surprise!
Yeah, it's because, you know, the first one's like a buddy.
Okay.
You get to hang out with your buddy for a while, and you're kind of growing up together, which was great, but, you know, he grew up faster than I did. He got taller than I did, so I think I stunted my growth somewhere along the way.
You'll be able to see him later in the show.
Yeah, but no, parenting is amazing. It's one of the better things you could ever have in the world.
Yeah. Did it ground you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
There's still some wild hairs coming out.
I know there is. One of these nights I'm like, don't get me started on talking about what we would do.
I know.
On a party night, ladies' night. I'd be like karaoke, drunken bowling.
More karaoke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of the sushi. Oh yeah. I'm thinking Brooklyn Bowl. Oh yeah.
Right.
Good stuff. But no, we're here to talk about how you were a nurse, didn't really work out, and then you were kind of like, what else is out there that I want to do, that I love to do?
Yeah, I actually had gone from nursing into nails. Did nails for 23 years and absolutely loved it.
Now that's a kind of a big shocker, because nursing school, you have like your 401k and you have your security in your career, and then as a nail tech, you're basically an independent contractor.
Correct.
So that's a big leap of faith that you took.
It is, but you know, it helped my creative side.
Did it?
So it made it where it was a little bit more fun. I felt like I was having fun and playing on people's nails.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you're kind of pampering people, you're making them feel special, you're doing your comforting thing that you love to help people.
Yes.
You know, it's in your soul that you are very giving. But on the nail side, I want to talk about like how you're in the medical field and you saw all of these ranges of health. And then what was it about nails? You could have gone into skincare, you could have gone into hair, you could have gone into everything, but why nails? What was it that fascinated you about that?
One thing I've noticed over the years of going through things, I've seen many people that were either nurses that went into doing nails and being a nail technician, or nail technicians that went into nursing.
Really?
It seems like one of those careers that everybody likes to balance back and forth.
Because also, I would think that nurses use their hands a lot. They're definitely poking people with needles, and I wouldn't say poking, they're inserting needles. There we go. And they're working with their hands a lot on people. Right. So it's something that working with nails, it's kind of the same sense. It's just not. And Well, it is kind of in the medical field. You're working with solutions, you're needing to work with chemicals, you're mixing stuff, needing to know what basically reacts to the skin with certain things that you use. Nowadays, it's so crazy when you see how many different changes are made with nails, because it's now the gel tops and the matte look and all of the cool things that they can put in the acrylics when it comes to like charms and things that are like insane. Like, how did they get that on a nail?
I wonder sometimes.
I know.
And sometimes they're put on so good that everything else comes off around them. Yeah. But that one thing is still there.
I know, that one thing that they wanted to show off is still there. I know, exactly. Now, I love to get my nails done, but some of the things is it is high maintenance.
It is very high maintenance.
But nowadays it's so inexpensive. There's so many different ways. You can get your nails painted, just go easy. You can, you know, do the full set, and you can have them shorter or longer. And I like how they have the cat, they have like the cat claw look.
Oh yeah, there's a cat claw and a coffin. I'm not sure I want coffins on my nails because 10 of them says a lot.
I know. Hey, it's Halloween, you never know. But there's so many things about nails that I absolutely love, and you did it for a long time.
I did.
And at one point, did you kind of shift into now what is permanent makeup? Because that right there, that's going back into the medical field big time. I mean, that's like...
It is. Well, what happens, I had gone to a hair and nail show.
Okay.
Walked up and down every single aisle, and the second to the last aisle, I saw a company that I'd heard about.
Okay.
And I was like, I need to stop and find out information. Went back to the hotel, looked at all the brochures. I'm like, I'm going to do permanent makeup.
Good for you.
2 weeks later, I was gone. I went into training, and I really haven't looked back.
I love that.
I love the permanent makeup aspect. It feeds both the medical part of me, but then also feeds the creativity.
I love that. Because you're tending to people, and you have to be very careful, like extremely careful, and you have to be very intricate.
Yes.
And I know also you make very good money.
Decent money.
Because when you look at, like, you know, doing nails compared to doing permanent makeup, you're talking a whole shift of rates.
You know, it is. I think the older we get, the more we start to realize you want to work smarter, not harder.
That's time. You know, time and money.
I would rather do one person and be able to spend time with them and make them happy, instead of working all day going, oh, your next one's here, your next one's here, your next one's here, because that's exhausting.
Yeah, and it's like when you have clients, you want to care about them, you want to remember exactly what they want, and I'm sure after a while it kind of gets to the point where, you know, I know thinking about money is important, thinking about paying the bills is important, but it's also about the quality versus the quantity.
I agree.
That you're giving. And that's where it's smart that you are now doing permanent makeup and microscalp pigmentation, which we will talk about later in the show. And microneedling, we'll have to geek out on that another.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because there's so many things that she does that is amazing. And we're going to show a lot of videos and pictures. But yeah, over at the Mirror Salon in Henderson, how long have you been in business?
3.5 years. Yeah. Time flies.
It does. Does it seem like you just opened just yesterday?
Almost.
I know. Because we started WCOBM, I think 3.5, 4 years ago, and it feels like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So another thing that I absolutely love, of course, being self-employed or an entrepreneur or just, you know, being your own boss, is that you get to write off stuff on taxes. And one of the things I remember we were discussing is you are going to be traveling across country soon.
Yes.
You're going to be going to Amsterdam, and you actually are going to be having it be a business trip.
Right.
Plus pleasure. Get to mix the two.
Gotta have a little fun in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I know. How can you not, right? And so that's the one thing that I really love to hear is how you kind of mingle the two.
Well, one of the things I've noticed too when it comes down to permanent makeup, Europe seems a little ahead of where everywhere else is.
Really?
So Europeans actually is where you take a lot of the better people and you put them all together. Americans are just starting to work on getting more conferences going, but it's taking a while for us to get to that point.
Why do you think that is?
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, but I do know that, you know, like microblading started in Asia 25 years ago.
Right.
You know, it went from there to Europe, and it's only been in here in the U.S. about, I don't know, 5-6 years.
Interesting.
So, you know, it just, things work their way around, but now we're catching on, and we got it.
That's right. And so you started out with permanent makeup.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one thing you did the most out of anything on the face?
Microblading.
Yeah?
I could do eyebrows till I sleep, even in my sleep.
So before microblading, when it was just permanent makeup, did most women get their eyes done? Did they get their lips done?
They get lips done. I think, like I said, the majority thing that I do is eyebrows. The next thing that I do most is eyeliner.
Eyeliner is, I've gone back and forth about wanting to get it done, and I like the natural look, but I think for me, I am scared to death of a needle being that close to my eye.
It's a trust factor.
It really is. I tried to get my lips done one time, and I honestly kind of just said, give up, I'm done, because I couldn't handle it.
Right.
And I won't go into detail, but just thinking of it being around my eye, I think you have to have the right specialist that's going to be doing the right corrective things in order to give you the proper care to make it as comfortable as possible, and that's what you do.
Absolutely.
I basically went to sleep when you did my microblading.
I've had a lot of people fall asleep
that.
in my
I was
chair.
just like, okay, it's nap time. Okay. I love that. And so people need to make an appointment with you.
Absolutely.
And the length of time it takes depends on what they get done.
Yeah, it really varies. Like some people, when it comes to microblading, I can have them done in like an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
That's from the very beginning of drawing them on in the color. And,
right.
Some people are a little wishy-washy on what they want.
Yeah.
Other people can take a little longer to 2 hours because, you always want to make sure the person feels completely comfortable with you.
Right.
It's like I say, it's a trust factor with everything. No matter what, it's on your face.
That's true.
Everybody sees it, so you want to make sure it's the right thing.
And you do give free consultations. Anyone who's interested, maybe they just want to come in and kind of, what do you think about this? You actually can maybe color it on, show them what it looks like.
Yes.
Not permanent. You can totally take it off, but at least you can kind of see the before difference, before and after. And, you can get the quality care that you want, because when it's on your face and it's permanent, people, you better like it.
You better.
And so that's why at the Mirror Salon, they do specialty work. They also have a full service high-end salon where you can go in, walk-ins are welcome. They do facials, nail, hair, eyelashes, you name it. We'll talk furthermore about the specialties when Chris is on the show. But you are the specialty when it comes to the permanent makeup, microneedling, and micro scalp pigmentation.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. Your husband and you have been going vegan.
I have.
I want to talk about that a little bit because, I come in every month and I see you, and these last few months you have been glowing, like radiating, like, what, are you pregnant? What's going on? Why are you so happy?
I hope I'm not.
I know you're not, but that's why I'm like, why are you so happy? What are you hiding? And it's like, I noticed your face is getting a little slimmer.
It is.
What's going on?
Well, the vegan has actually really helped a lot.
Yeah.
Between that and starting to exercise a little bit more, finding the right vitamins to actually balance all the natural hormones, because as we age, our hormones start to take a dive.
Yes.
So between the balance of everything, I've noticed a huge difference, especially in the past couple of weeks.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Whatever you're doing, keep it up, because you're a mom, your wife, you own a business. You got to take care of yourself at the end of the day.
You do, absolutely.
When did you take the time to actually say, okay, I'm going to break it down in my schedule? What times do you give for yourself?
Ooh, that sounds funny. When I sleep?
That's, hey, sleep is the number one thing, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I try and take time for myself, but I'm also a very giving person.
Right.
You know that about me. It's about my kids. It's about family. And it's about customers and friends, and that's what it's about.
So you've been watching what you've been eating?
I have, and it's funny because I'll go home and I will cut up some tofu and make a really great sauce with it, and some stir-fried vegetables, and
gotta make some videos.
Oh, it's
you gotta
amazing.
show it on Facebook. I'm really interested in what you make. Now, who turned you on to veganism?
Well, I was originally born and raised vegetarian.
Okay.
And that was great. And then I started eating meat as I got older and found out it wasn't the best thing for me. But between starting at that stage and coming to now, you find out a little bit more of the difference between vegetarian versus vegan.
Right.
Because I don't think back in the day vegan was really a word.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people were vegetarian back in the 70s and the 60s.
Right.
But yeah, vegan is definitely something new, and I think that's so great that now they're able to kind of geek out on certain foods and like make things like tofu taste like chicken.
Oh,
which is so cool.
I had some pad thai today, and I swear I thought there was chicken in there.
It's amazing.
I was like, "Are you sure this is not there's no meat. They're like, no meat. I'm like,
And I think another thing that you've taken seriously that I was really impressed and proud of you is your digestive enzymes and your probiotics. You have a couple companies, we won't say what, but you've been taking them.
I have been.
And it's really been helping you.
Huge.
And the biggest thing of all that I absolutely love is you're so natural with a lot of things. And maca root is what you've been taking for extra energy.
Yes.
And I love maca root because, like you said, it helps with your hormones, it balances things naturally.
Absolutely.
I take maca root a lot of the times just in my smoothie. They have capsules or pills or a lot of ways you can digest it, and I absolutely love it because it's such a natural energy. So good for you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And other than that, at the Mirror Salon, do you have any things coming up? Do you have any new products out on the line? We want to give a shout out to your BFF at the front desk.
Yvonne.
Hey girl.
Well, no, I think we don't have anything new coming up right now that I know about, unless they're, obviously we have the holiday stuff that will be coming up pretty soon. We have gift cards for the holidays. There's great little packages for the holidays, stocking stuffers.
Yes. And you do have products, so if people want to put like a little bundle gift together and get a gift card, go to the Mirror Salon, spoil yourself first. And then afterwards, buy the gift cards, stock up, do the little shopping afterwards. They have lots of really good stuff there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk more about the Mirror Salon because your baby boy's coming on as a guest after this.
I know.
He's not so much of a baby, but we'll see. He's pretty big. But
He'll always be my baby.
Yeah, yes, he is. Wait, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.